Minister Donald Tusk's government won a vote of confidence in Parliament on Thursday. 453 lawmakers participated in the vote, with 243 of them voting in favor, while 210 voted against. The vote was preceded by a parliamentary exposé where Tusk outlined a roadmap for his government for the remaining 2.5 years of its term. The Polish premier also answered questions from a record 269 MPs.
Ja myślę, że bardzo wielu wyborców przyjęło z ulgą tą sytuację i uwierzyło na nowo, że jest trudno, ale nie jest wcale trudniej niż było i że dalej pojedziemy, ale musimy zrobić dużo więcej, żeby odzyskać pełną sympatię.
Politicians from the ruling camp did not hide their satisfaction with the results of the vote.
Premier Donald Tusk to najlepszy premier, który trzyma tę koalicję, nadaje jej kierunki.
To oczywiście jest jakiś reset, jakiś nowy początek, to exposé, za chwilę dekonstrukcja rządu, no bo przed nami wybory parlamentarne na horyzoncie, jest jeszcze dużo czasu, no ale wiemy, że ta druga połowa urzędowania musi pewnie wyglądać trochę inaczej. Wyciągamy wnioski, idziemy do przodu, zakasujemy rękawy.
Opposition lawmakers were disappointed with the outcome.
Donald Tusk nie powinien być ani premierem, ani posłem, ani człowiekiem na wolności.
Jak można zaufać człowiekowi, któremu się nie ufa? Więc jak można mu potwierdzić wotum zaufania, potwierdzić rządowi, któremu przewodzi? Szkoda Polski, szkoda tych kolejnych 2 lat.
After winning the vote of confidence, Donald Tusk noted that a cabinet reshuffle is needed, which is set to take place in July. He emphasized new faces will appear in government as to correct course and end the dysfunction.
Tusk triumphs, Poland's PM survives. Confidence vote? Tusk, who previously served as Polish Prime Minister from 2007 to 2014, returned to office in December 2023 in a country hit by the pandemic and inflation and facing significant political divisions. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk has survived a vote of confidence in the Sejm, the lower house of parliament, with 243 MPs voting in favor with 210 against. There were no abstentions. Tusk requested a vote of confidence in the wake of the loss of Warsaw Mayor Rafał Trzaskowski, a close ally to conservative Karol Nawrocki in the first June presidential runoff. Backed by U.S. President Donald Trump, Nawrocki is set to replace outgoing President Andrzej Duda, another Law and Justice or PiS party-backed conservative who repeatedly blocked Tusk's reform efforts. Anyone who is ready to move forward with me, with the government, and above all with our voters, regardless of these momentary emotions, and build a better Poland, should vote today for a vote of confidence in our government, Tusk said in the House before the vote. Tusk had long counted on a Trzaskowski victory to break the institutional deadlock created by Duda's vetoes. Instead, he now faces an incoming president aligned with the nationalist opposition and openly hostile to his government's legislative priorities. We cannot close our eyes to reality, he said. A president who was reluctant to accept the changes we proposed for Poland and our voters is being replaced by a president who is at least equally reluctant to those changes and proposals. But he also argued that Trzaskowski's narrow defeat indicates that there is continued strong support for those who share his views. The election result rattled the already uneasy governing coalition, which spans from center-left to center-right and has struggled to deliver on key campaign pledges, including liberalizing Poland's abortion law and legalizing same-sex civil unions. Some had even called for a new prime minister to be selected. There are questions about what Tusk can realistically achieve before the next parliamentary election, scheduled for late 2027, and whether the coalition will even survive that long amid a surge in popularity for the far right. Polish media and political analysts are debating whether this might be the 68-year-old Tusk's political twilight. I know the taste of victory, I know the bitterness of defeat, but I don't know the word surrender, Tusk said. As part of his fresh start, he announced plans for a government reconstruction in July that will include new faces. He said a government spokesman would be appointed in June, an acknowledgement that the coalition needs a way to present a unified message. So far, Tusk has sought to communicate his policies to the public himself on social media and in news conferences. Tusk served as Polish Prime Minister from 2007 to 2014, and then as President of the European Council from 2014 to 2019. He became Poland's Prime Minister again in December 2023 in a country hit by the pandemic and inflation and facing significant political divisions. In a sign of those divisions, half of the Parliament Hall was empty on Wednesday, with lawmakers from the right-wing PiS party boycotting his speech. Tusk said their absence showed disrespect to the nation. Most of the power in Poland's parliamentary system rests with an elected parliament and a government chosen by the parliament. However, the president can veto legislation and represent the country abroad. Source: Euronews. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more.